This video shows the SQL Server patching feature of application. I had this in mind for a long time now, but I never decided to give it a go and implement it. Throughout years, I saw how it was done in companies like NNIT, Aon, Rabobank, DXC. I knew how other friends, one of them being Daniel, were implementing in their own tools they have created for automating different aspects of SQL Server. I knew in general the way they did it, and each solution was driven either by the requirements of the environment for which was created or by personal preferences of its developer. Most of the solutions were missing a graphical user interface, which is why I decided to create my own patching implementation GUI. The requirements are basic, meaning user needs to provide a list of servers that needs to be patched, and throughout the patching process to have a visual representation and textual representation of the overall process. User needs to be able to restart a single patching if required. The application provides logging information from a main logging file, which is written and read by all the tasks executing at a specific moment. Each task which is executing a PowerShell script is returning a results set which is combined for each task. Since we have duplicated a chain task with 3 tasks, this means that we will have 3 results sets, one for each task part of the chain. We also need to display information from Setup Bootstrap about the patching activity and what is happening. That information is not combined because some of the text files like detailed.txt can have a lot of rows, and if we patch 40 SQL servers, we don't want to display 10,000 lines, maybe only to have a general view across all patching in progress. The other source of feedback about the process is the information about task duration. Although not shown after we generate the patching scope, we can save that information in the database and reload it from the database if, for example, we want to keep track of what we did. It will not store information about any of the logging shown, but it can be modified to associate some kind of logging to each task if needed. Those and other improvements are environment-specific and tied to what user wants. What I wanted as a DBA was based on a SQL Server connection string, the version and KB name, to download them from Microsoft website, to copy them to the remote server in specific folder, and to create a schedule task which will initiate the unattended patching remotely while providing places to watch the progress and the current and final outcome. Is this implementation suitable for each environment? Is this answering all demands? No, but it provides enough code behind to become an assistant to every MS SQL DBA in its pursuit to patch multiple SQL servers from central location. Is this implementation patching primary replica or active cluster? No, because more logic is needed, not mention tests to validate the logic, and I cannot do these tests. Is this implementation rebooting the servers after patching? Yes, if we use the other template in which we feed only the instances for which the patch was successful, obtained by filtering the outcome of applying the patch or by task named apply patch. Although in the light of these questions and answers might look incomplete, the answer is not only that it is hard for me to test those, but my application is before anything a tool that helps the DBA and not replacing him. If you check my posts, you might wonder why I haven't used the catalog feature of the application, and the reason is that I have invested a lot of time in task feature, and I wanted to keep the feature alive and improve it in the same time. If you search YouTube videos or older LinkedIn posts about tasks feature, you will see that it didn't allow copy of the entire chain or the creation of chains from some input file. Although I haven't time to address every single aspect of the new options I have added to this task feature, I believe is working as it was designed.